All right. Good morning. Good morning, Felix. How are you? It's you that I can see for now. So we're going to start right away. Right away. So those who are not yet here, they will find us already in the charts. All right, let me just add this here. All right, so that's our chart. We're going to start with a V7 crash 500 as usual, and welcome all of you. This is my channel, Dank Scott Traders Hub, and like I said the other time, that very soon I'll be starting to analyze from YouTube. Yeah, it started yesterday. Like every other day, we'll be now analyzing Monday to Friday, and then very soon I'll be also putting another session, the evening one, for the BTC analysis. So I hope I'm audible. If I'm not, sorry about that. I hope I'm audible from your side. If I'm not, let me try to increase so that I'm very sure of that. I think there I'm now very audible. Let me just add it there. All right. So oh, that is a lot. So I will be doing 2 sessions every day, but the BTC one will be coming in October. So October I'll start the evening one for the BTC. The reason why these YouTube ones are very good is that anyone who has missed can always go back and check the analysis and see if it is actually following, if the market is actually following what we've discussed. So these sessions, these YouTube live sessions are not taken off. I leave them on so anyone can still come back to them and check the analysis. Alright, so let's now get into the usual thing. So we have crash 500. Yesterday we started on that. We saw that it was in a falling wedge, and currently it's still respecting the falling wedge. It's still respecting the trend lines that we drew yesterday. So until then we can't do anything. We can't decide until it breaks out to the upper side, because we know that on the daily we are still buying, and on the weekly it's a retracement and we haven't reached where the liquidity is. You can see that we are trying to get to that level to grab the liquidity from that very order block of the weekly. So that's what we'll be looking at, grabbing liquidity on that level. So for now, currently where we are consolidating on the daily and on H4. So H4 we are sort of consolidating, and in H1 actually. Now looking at H1, we sort of have an entry, but now wait until the 11th hour. I mean at 11, that very candle of H4 to start. Then I will actually look for my entries on M15, and you can see exactly that on M15 we will be anticipating something like a double bottom. So meaning I'll be waiting for the breakout here, then I make my entries. Now then I'll take advantage of that trade to take me to the upper trend line up there. That's what I'll be looking at to take advantage. But on entries are only will be only valid once there is that breakout there. According to M15, that's what we'll be looking at. This will be a clear double bottom if this candle closes as a buy. If this candle closes as a buy, the current candle. Alright, so that's it for crash 500. I don't know if you guys have a question, or if not. Am I audible? Felix, are you there? Who is there? Am I audible? Is my voice clearly heard from your side? Alright, I think according to my side, I'm seeing I'm audible. Nothing to worry about, but if there's anything, please let me know in the chats, and then we continue. Oh, it's Robert. Thank you. So let's now get into it. I think any questions? Do you have any question on crash 500? I want to now get into another asset that will be boom 1000. Any questions on that, you can pop them up on the chats. I'll be able to see them, and then I can look into it. So as you're doing the questions, if you have any, let me be getting into boom 1000, then I'll come back to your questions. So boom 1000 up to now is still failing to break that support level, and my sell stops are still intact. So until it comes back to this level, I'm not in any way going to enter this asset. Let me check now on a daily. On the daily, if it has given us that, probably it wants us to change to this now, and then look for, yes, this. So it will be like that. So if this is the case, now let's go to H4. That was a double bottom on that support level, and that was an entry for the buy, and the short buy will take you, it's not actually a short one, it will take you probably to this small order block there. That is what we can clearly see here on this asset. So going back to daily, I think that's how we can draw it, and if I'm not mistaken, from what I can see, this is no longer a wedge, it's now actually a channel, meaning buys are still in control. But then if buys are still in control, then I have no entry for, I have no business with it for now, because I don't have any previous data to convince me of where this buy will stop at if I'm to enter. So that means I will still wait. I will still wait for my sales to be valid. I will still wait for my sales to be valid. So hopefully we may see this come back to that and sort of give us a double top on the daily, on the daily, and then have that sell later on. So I can delete this, go to H4, delete that. So now the anticipation would probably be take us all the way there, and that is where the resistance is, and then bring it all the way back down, probably even break that support, and then take us to that level there. According to daily, which level we'll be looking at, I think we'll be looking at that. So that will be the level we'll be looking at. So for now, I can only see that. According to daily. According to daily H4. So the buy is on and it has continued. We have an order block there. Let's see, or something else we have. That fair value gap was taken off by this candle here, so it's coming to that order block, and then probably tomorrow, or by the day before we finish today, we may see sales. So either today or tomorrow we'll be seeing some sales if they have momentum, if the anticipation here is actually met. So from what we can see is there is a support level there, and if it was to, okay, something else has come to light. There's something else again. There's also this. That is the same level, and this is the support. So if it fails to break this, then this will now become a heads and shoulder. Something has come to light. Let me just expand it here so that you can see it. This will be our head, we have our left shoulder, and this will be our right shoulder. So if it fails to break through, then it will be following the heads and shoulder from that level there. Then it will be coming, and that will actually confirm our sell. I would not even hesitate to enter my sells once it retests from that level there. Once it does that, because now what we can see, we already have the left shoulder. We already have the left shoulder. This one, and here clearly you can see it turned on the same level as that of this left shoulder. So higher chances are for it to turn here, to turn from this level, than actually to continue there. So we just wait and see what happens, and then we have our clear entries for sales. So until this candle closes, and another one of H4, we are in H4, so that means we can only wait until 3 to confirm, if actually it's going to be a heads and shoulder, or if it's going to break through and continue to the other order block, and then we get ourselves. So let's wait and see. That is boom 1000. Okay, so I wouldn't approve any buys on that level, because it has already left you, and it is on a level that could be a right shoulder on this kind of heads and shoulder pattern. All right, that's boom. That's boom 1000 for us there. If you have any additions or any questions, please jot them into the chats. I will check them out, and then I will respond to you. This is V10-1S. So V10-1S, the anticipation, as we all remember, was to take us to that as our TP level. That's where I'm looking at. So yesterday it was in a consolidation. It broke out. It came and retested on this order block in H1 there. That's an order block. It retested from that fair value gap. So anticipation, you can see I've already made my entries on that level, but now the way we are in H1, I would suggest that wait for this candle to close. If it is above our 10 MA, then you make your entries for the buy, and you'll be looking at our profit, our TP, to be on that level there. That's what we'll be looking at. We're looking at to enter, to have our TP all the way up there, so I wouldn't exceed there. And looking on the other side, that is I think it is a weekly order block, and you can see that we are trading a retest, a weekly retest, to later on sell. So either it will grab liquidity on this order block, or it will even exceed and go to that that fair value gap up there. So we have two levels where we anticipate liquidity grab from. So all these, or these two, will be waiting for whichever happens and gives us entries for the sale to continue. Then we'll follow that. But as of now, we are buying the retest. We're buying the retest. Both daily we are actually in a buy trend. Weekly we are in a sell trend, but retesting to grab liquidity that was left behind. H4 we are actually sort of selling but consolidating. We don't have enough momentum, so this was a break of structure. Now this is a return to break a block. Now we are looking at the buy candle coming very soon, probably on the next H4 candle that is about to start in 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes. All right, so we'll come back to this later on, but as of me right now, I'm in a buy, and you can see, wait a minute, something has come to light. I hope it's not what I hope it's not what I'm anticipating. But wait, price action says this wasn't a break of structure, so it can't be. If it happens, it will be a fake breakout. It will be a fake breakout. This is what I'm meaning. From here, if I was to draw, I would see that that is a clear bearish flag if I was to do this, but price action says different. Price action says different. This would be a bearish flag. Why? We have this is our previous trend, so meaning we'll be anticipating a break to go there. So if I'm to change my stop loss should be a bit here, so that I'm a bit secure. If it was to respect, if it happens to respect this flag, then it will break and come to this level. Let me add my buy limit here. So if that happens, then we'll be knowing it is a fake breakout to only continue into the buy later on. But from what we can see there on N15, that's a flag, a bearish flag, which suggests that we should be selling a bit more. Yes, so my buy limit here, and probably another one there, and I will just leave it for now. I hope you guys are seeing that, why I've done that, and you can all agree with what I've just done. If you don't, please leave your comment in the comment section so that we can be on the same page and we move on. I will be finding them, the comments, in the comment section there. Alright, so now I would like to move on. Please feel free to always come back and check how we analyze this, so that you can use it to your advantage. If it helps, then kudos. If it doesn't, then we make another plan on the next day or in our chat group, and we see what we can actually add on. All right, so I will leave that at that. May take my profits, actually some of it, once it comes back here. Now that I've known there might be a manipulation there, so just take those $3 and I will just call it a day for. All right, V75. So yesterday we were seeing some momentum into the buys, but then later on it started to consolidate, and we can clearly see that that was a channel, or call it a flag, on H4 that it sort of gave us, and that was the other, this was the other trend line there. This was the other trend line. So how do we go about this? Simple thing. Of course, the first anticipation was for the sales to break and continue. So now we know that it is coming down below. But what is our TP? As usual, we have this move that brings us into consolidation, is what we capitalize on, and that will be our TP level there. So I'll be looking at taking my TP on that level. So we don't have to wait. Get my entries here, 5, sell, 1, 2 and 3. So I'll be making my sales there, and now I'll put my TP just above there. If it makes a manipulation, it will come for them. Sometimes it makes a manipulation to come back a bit and then later on get into the sales, but now I'll just put my SL there and my stop loss here in that box. And this is sort of a 1 to 2. Yes, this is 1 to 2, 1 to 3 actually. Yeah, a 1 to 3. It's a 1 to 3. It's good enough for me. Yeah, a 1 to 3 is enough for me. So I'll just I'll go with that, and I'll be waiting for my TPs to be hit from that level. This is 12.45. This is 38. Yeah, that is a 1 to 3. All right, that is it for on V75. Another candle has started, so of course those who want to wait, you may wait for a retest. It's going to first may give us a week there and then later fall. According to H1, you may actually see a retracement, so but you can now take advantage later on. But me, I've entered. Now I will wait for my profits now that H4 candle has closed outside that trend line there. All right, let me check. Do you have a question? Not really. So we move on to another asset, which is volatility 50. So volatility 50 refused to get to that level. It actually said that liquidity was already grabbed, so it only went for this order block. It only went for that order block and then started to move on. To the sales. And right here we can see that it is reaching that level. In fact, it may have reached it. Let's look at that week there. Yeah, it has sort of reached it. So I wouldn't be making any moves as of now that I can see it has reached that level. According to daily, it has reached it. Now I wait for what happens on H4. You can clearly see that it is oversold according to CCI down below. It is oversold, meaning it is matching with what we have as price action, the support level there. So now we can move to H1, and H1 is already moving into buys. We sort of have a double bottom down below, so we wait for the breakout there. But I would actually wait for H4. I would probably wait for H4, but now we can still wait on this H1 and see. M15 already is showing some momentum, and it has already even gone above our 10 MA. So I will probably wait for H1 to break through, breakout, then retest, then have an entry. That means even H4 will be giving me a clear go ahead into the buys for this asset. So delete this, delete that, put this, delete, delete that, and delete that. All right, so we sort of have our clean chart now, and we can clearly see that this level was broken, so we don't need it anymore. Now we wait. So now we have a clear break of structure there, so it means we are looking for the buy to take us to that breaker block where it broke structure from. So the TP level will be there, not exceeding there. If you exceed there, you'll be risking a lot. So that's where I will be looking to take my TP from. And because this is a clear break of structure, we have a low, lower low, lower high there, and now this is coming to be a lower low that it has formed. All right, so I think that's it for this asset, V50. So far, that's what we can conclude at. So we'll be waiting for confirmation once price breaks that level. Probably would put the alert, like these guys said. I don't normally use them. So once it probably breaks that level, see, probably breaks, let's put it at that, breaks that level, then I'll get an alert, and then probably I would see if I can wait for a retracement. Anticipation will be reach there, then come down, probably back a bit low there, then have better entry to take me back where? Here, there. That's where we, oh no, it's here, back here, to take me to that level there. That's a daily one we are looking at. Alright, so that's like a summary of how I could anticipate this trade. So you may choose to enter and take your profits there, then wait. When it retests, then make another entry to take you there, all the way up there. All right, that is it for V50. V50 will be anticipating in that way. So if you guys can take screenshots or can keep coming to it to check if it's actually following our plan, then probably we'll be knowing what we can add on. All right, now jump 25. Jump 25. So jump 25, the retest happened and went back in, but I didn't see that candle, so I wasn't online. But you can see after that retest candle that didn't close inside, we had two good candles that followed, H4 candles. That was the retest that we were waiting for. So currently we have sort of filled up that gap, the gap that was here, and we are now retesting according to H4, but looking at CCI, it is oversold, and looking at daily, we are sort of retracing. It was sort of a retracement. We have a break of structure here, we have a break of structure here. So this was sort of we have that it's sort of a comeback. It hasn't reached yet to the breaker block, so I'll be still looking for more sales, some bit more sales. So the sell is still on. It's not yet cut off, even though we can see that on H4 we are oversold. I believe the sell is still on. So now we wait for some more action of sales, and looking at H1, it is actually also agreeing to the buys on H4, but I wouldn't mind it for now because I know it will not last. So I would actually be looking at it coming back to around that level. So let's go to M15. We look for that level. So that level is let's actually use Bollinger. Bollinger will tell us that properly. Let's look at Bollinger. So Bollinger says that, H1 says that. Okay, so the return is probably around this level here. The return is around this level or that level there. Go back there, go to that, then come down back into buys to take us to our TP. We are waiting for that. We are waiting for that to happen before we can actually re-enter the buys, clear buys. So I would now first wait for this to happen. I can't enter any buys here unless I want to risk that. Unless I want to risk that. Unless I want to risk that. Yeah. I wouldn't risk it. So I would just wait for the sell again to have a clear entry for the sell, and then I will make my entries for the sells. I will make my entries for the sells, come back to this breaker block according to the daily, then I will be waiting. Once it does that, then I'll be waiting for this to happen. I'll be waiting for this to happen. Now I can delete that. This may still be valid, so we wait for it until it reaches this level. We can tell what will happen later. But from what I see, the major thing I can see according to price action, price is coming to this level. Price is coming to that level there. This is H4. Let's look at Bollinger on H4. I'm not really seeing it. Yeah, sales are still saying they're on. So I now wait and see what will happen on that level there. All right. Anything you guys are seeing different? If you are seeing something different, please, like I said, you can always comment in the group, in the chats there. Then we can I can look at them later, and we look at how to check your points you're talking about. All right, now boom 500, boom 500, we missed it. Never came back to where we thought it would actually come back to. Let's see here. came back to that breaker broke. When it broke that level, then it has come back there to only continue. So it sort of gave us that's a low, that's a high, that's a high. Okay, so it sort of gave us that to continue, sort of gave us that to continue. So from what I can see, it may actually keep following this. So we now need to know what it is going to do. But from what we can see on H1, it is actually oversold, whereas on H4 it's not yet oversold. So meaning we are still selling. Daily is still selling like crazy, and now on daily we have an advantage that we are now breaking that level. We are now breaking that level there. So if I can show you that level, is where this kind of reaction is happening from. It's sort of a neckline on the daily. So if H1, if we can go there, you can see that's where this reaction is happening a lot from. So the neckline is just being broken today. Yes, is it today? Yes, today's candle is the candle that has actually broken out of the daily neckline of that double top, sort of double top. So TP level, we know that it's going to be this. We know that it's going to be that there immediately on that support. So this will end up being the support. Actually, it is a support because it came back to it here. So it will be coming back to that support level. When we go to H4, I get it properly. So that is the support level there. That's the support level there, where we will anticipate our sales. So I can now let me leave my sell limits there because it may retest back in. So I can leave my sell limits there, and I will still give it another H4, another one. Let me see. Yeah, we'll look for entries again here, which this is boom 1000, what, boom 500, I'm on 0.4. I mean 4 as my lot size. So I will put my sell limit up there around that trend line, on that level there. So if it comes there, then I'll have my entries. If it exceeds and goes back to test on the level that we had predetermined earlier, then I'll still have my entries. So, but this is likely to be the most the soonest to be tapped here on this level there. So I'll just wait, put my sell limits up there, and then wait for it to actually activate them. All right, that is for boom 500. Check if there's a question. Not really. So now we move to the last one, which is jump. And jump 10. And now jump 10 has finally started to give us signals that we were waiting for yesterday. And now the signal of buy has been shown to us. Our start of the day, the daily candle there is showing a clear buy. We have a hammer there down below on H4, and we can see that actually H1 for it has already started to move. But now, as we all know, we don't just enter like that. So from what I see here, I may Some people may call it crazy, but I normally want to anticipate things that are weird even before they happen. So I can anticipate something here. I can anticipate something here. So this is something I could anticipate. Get back there, come back here, then give me my entry, hence calling that an inverted heads and shoulder. But we'll wait to see if it will happen. All right, so some things I see normally that make me want to anticipate things. So this should be clearly my right shoulder, and it will go there, then come back here, and then give me my left shoulder, and this may even take the whole day, even tomorrow, until it gives it to me. So after knowing something like this, what do? I now come down to M15 and look at what it is doing. So this is sort of my support. So I have my support there according to M15. So if I can make another retest here, then I will have my entries for the buy, and of course my TP would be just there. I wouldn't exceed that level there. I wouldn't exceed that level. I'll be taking my TP level there and then wait for that. If it happens like so, then I'll be knowing it's going to be a clear inverted heads and shoulder. So now I wait for a pullback here. I wait for a pullback. If this candle closes, then probably, what is this? Then probably I'll be looking at, let's see, this has already closed. So if this is the case, then this is going to be a flag. So and if it is a flag, then that means our analysis changes from that to this. That means our analysis changes from that to that. So meaning still the cells will be on. Meaning the cells will be on. So until something of this kind, we have two anticipations. Until something of this sort happens, I have no entry. I have no entry, so I will wait for this candle to close H1 candle so that I can confirm if this is going to be a what? If this is going to be a flag on H1 or not. All right, that's I think that's jump 10 for us, but remember we are on the support. We are now currently on that order block, which we anticipate it may become a support once today's candle closes, and it's not continuing into the cells. So we will wait for what will happen according to H1 and M15. Now I want to go back to where we started from. The breakout happened on crash 500, but we can see there is some rejection up there. So if the breakout happened and we can see a rejection there, I think I will have my entries just like I had planned, but then my stop loss will be above, will be a bit big. So look for 0.5 and just there make my 2-3 entries as usual. That was a plan to make entry, though I would have waited for what? I would have waited for a retest, and now I'll be looking to take my profits all the way up there. So this would be what, 1 to 2. Is it worth a risk? Let's see. Yeah, I believe so. It is a worth a risk. So I will wait now. This one, delete it for now. Delete this for now. Delete that. That is what we are following actually. So you can also delete that. Alright. So now I can leave my chart like that. Can leave my chart like that. This one, delete it. This one, delete it. Now I will wait for my profits. Alright, this is oh, it broke structure and it has reached that level, and you can see what I was talking about, the anticipation of a heads and shoulder. But until this candle closes, we can't tell. We can't tell, though on H1 it has clearly showed you that we are reversing. And let's see if Bollinger Band can confirm that. Yes, Bollinger can confirm that. Bollinger is confirming that. And don't try this that I'm trying. If Bollinger is confirming, I want to make my one entry there, and I will look at taking my profits. Where is the level? Where is the level? Where is the level? Is it on a daily? First take this out, it's just confusing. It's just confusing, delete indicator. Now I'll be looking at taking my profits back to this level, because I know it will actually come and continue to sell, but I will wait for the breakout, then a retest. So I'll take my profits there. Yes, 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 yes. Alright, let me wait for it and see if it will actually follow the Bollinger Band. Alright, that is boom 1000 for us there. What is this? This is 10. You can see that what I said, it actually happened. What I said earlier on, it actually happened. It gave us that, so it is now considering. It respected the flag here and broke out. Those who remember what I said, those who are online, I hope you are still with me. So it actually respected the flag, broke out, and it's almost hitting our TP, and the TP is where we put our buy limits, the buy limits. So my buys that I had entered from here yesterday, they are now in floating loss. That's why I had to adjust my stop loss to down below, because I had seen this happening. Why did I adjust? Looking from where we are on H4. Wait a minute. Why did I adjust? Because H4, it is below my 10 MA. Daily, we are saying it is still continuing for the buy. Okay, it was according to daily. It was according to daily, but daily reached that level again. Will it exceed it? So I have to wait for this. This may take me out, one thing, because this had already reached here, but then the anticipation for this level was that level, was to come a bit, to buy a bit up to that level before it can actually get into the sales, and that would actually be making this half of that order block. Is it an order block on weekly? Yes, to reach that half probably, and then start to sell. That's the reason why I actually had to go for the buys. But from what we can see on the daily, on H4, we can see that the sellers are having momentum, and they are actually below our 10 MA moving average. So meaning we may see some even bigger moves for sales, but we have to wait. We cannot rule this move out yet. This move, we can't rule it out yet. It always respects that. So we need to just wait for a moment and see if it will actually happen. If you haven't entered yet, because I told you this will happen and it has happened, so don't enter for now. Just wait to enter the buys. Even the sales, you wait, because we don't know. We haven't broken structure yet. We haven't broken structure on H4, so that's why I don't want to say we have sales yet, because this structure hasn't been broken yet. This structure here. All right, that is V10 for us there. This one has broken out, and our sales are in. We are in profits already. So anyone who made this entry, kudos, you are already in money. This one, we're still waiting for that. That one, we are waiting for it to come to that level, then we can have a clear sell. Boom 500. Boom 500. It's still playing within these limits, these ranges, so I will wait for it to reach there. Probably I will adjust my sell limits to that order, to that fair value gap. Probably when it reaches there, it will bounce back, probably get there, then sell, and we'll see. Jump 10, of course, as we said, we saw that also same thing as what we saw in V10. So this flag, that means it will be breaking to take us all the way down below. So until that happens, we don't have a move. So one may sell once it starts to sell within or after that trend line there. Once it starts to sell, you can have a sell and be cautious because you're selling within, but you can still wait for the breakout here and enter that sell to take you down below here. All right, that's it for today. I think we are good to go. You're welcome, Esther. I hope the analysis was clear. You can always come back to it and still ask questions. I will still be seeing questions on the chats when you make your comment. I'll still be seeing it if you make it once you come back to review and see if we've analyzed is actually what is happening in the market. But as of now, I wish to say a good day to you guys, and hopefully whatever we are doing here can add something to you guys. Otherwise, let me wish you a good day and see you tomorrow same time.